He said 7 words to you on Tuesday, sideways, already turning to leave. He did not make you angry. You agreed to it. By Wednesday, he had forgotten your name in the sentence. You had not. You carried those 7 words into your car. You carried them up the stairs. You set them on the pillow beside you and argued with them in the dark. 6 days later, you are still winning that argument in your head, and he is still asleep. That is the part nobody says out loud. The jab landed, yes, but a jab is only a jab. It becomes a wound the moment you pick it up and press it into yourself. He handed you a small, ugly thing, and you signed for it. You took delivery. You have been paying the interest ever since. Look at the ledger of it. He spent a single breath on you. You have been paying it back for 6 days. Anger needs your signature. It cannot move into your chest without a yes. Somewhere in the half-second after his mouth closed, you said that yes. You did not feel yourself say it. It felt like weather, like something that simply happened to you. It was not weather. It was a choice made too fast to see. And if it was a choice, then it can be unchosen. That is the whole game. Not swallowing the anger, not smiling while it burns, withdrawing the yes before it is ever given, leaving his little offering on the ground where he dropped it. A man 2,000 years ago figured this out while wearing chains. He had less freedom than you have on your worst morning, and more than you have on your best. He said one thing that should be carved into the inside of your skull. No one can hurt you without your permission. And you have been handing out permission slips like candy. Watch what actually happened, frame by frame, not the story you told yourself. The real sequence. His words hit your ears. Sound, nothing more. Air shaped into meaning. In that instant, you felt nothing. There is always a gap, a hairline crack of silence before the heat arrives. Then something in you reached out, grabbed the words, and decided what they meant. He thinks I'm a joke. He's testing me. He wants to see me flinch. That decision was yours. The heat came after the decision, never before. You did not get angry and then interpret. You interpreted and then got angry. The order matters more than anything else you will hear. Here is where you live now, before you learn better. You believe the world reaches into your chest and turns the dial. Someone cuts you off and your whole morning tips over. A colleague leaves you off an email and you rehearse the confrontation through lunch. Your father says the thing he always says, in the tone he always uses, and you are 14 again. You think they are doing this to you. That is the cage, not the anger itself. The belief that the anger is being installed in you from the outside by remote control, and you are simply the speaker it plays through. If that were true, you would be a puppet. Anyone with a cruel sentence and good aim could run you. And look, some of them can. There are people in your life right now who know exactly which 7 words to say, and they say them, and they watch you light up like a machine that only needs the right coin. That is the part that should shame you awake. Not that you feel anger, that your anger is for sale and the price is so low. A glance can buy it, a tone, a comment under a photo from a man you will never meet. The dial is not on the outside. It never was. His name was Epictetus, which is not really a name. It means acquired. It means property. He was born a slave in a corner of the empire, sold, shipped, owned by a rich man's freedman in Rome. He did not choose his morning or his food or the room he slept in. He was, by every law of his world, a thing. There is a story about his leg. His master, in a cruel mood, took Epictetus's leg and began to twist it. The slave looked up, calm, and said, "If you keep doing that, you will break it." The master kept twisting. The leg broke. And Epictetus, without heat, without a raised voice, said only, "There, I told you it would break." Maybe it happened that way. Maybe the story grew in the telling. It does not matter. What matters is what it points at. A man in chains, in real pain, refusing to hand over the one thing his master could not reach by force. His body could be seized. His leg could be snapped. His yes could not be taken. It could only be given. Think about what that means. His owner controlled every visible thing, where he stood, what he ate, whether he lived past the afternoon. And still there was one room the man could not enter, one door that opened only from the inside, and the slave kept the only key. He walked with a limp for the rest of his life. And he became the freest man in Rome. Not free in the legal sense. He earned that later. Free in the sense that no one, not the emperor, not his owner, not a stranger in the street, could reach inside him and move him without his say. He taught a simple, brutal division of the world. Some things are up to you, most things are not. What others do is not up to you. Your response to all of it, entirely up to you. The only territory you truly own. He owned almost nothing. He owned the only thing that counts. So take his 7 words and run them through the division. Cut the moment in half. His half, the words themselves, the tone, the sideways smile, the motive behind it, whatever wound in him made him want to wound you. All of that is his. It grew in his soil. It came out of his fear, his envy, his bad morning, his small collapsing life. You did not plant it, and you cannot pull it out. Your half, what you do with it now, whether you pick it up, whether you carry it to the car, whether you feed it for 6 days. He owns the jab. You own the wound. These are 2 different objects, and you keep gluing them together. Say it the way Epictetus would say it, flat and final. This is his, not mine. Someone insults you, that is his. Someone doubts you out loud in a room full of people, that is his. Someone gives you the look, the one that says you are less than you thought. That is his face, doing a thing. It is not a fact about you. It is a fact about him. The man who cut you off is not thinking about you. He forgot you before he changed lanes. You, meanwhile, have adopted him. You have taken his 3 seconds of carelessness and given them a room in your head, a bed, a name. You are raising his rudeness like a child. Set it down, not by force, not by clenching your jaw and pretending. By seeing clearly whose thing it is. You do not have to fight an insult that was never yours to hold. You only have to decline the delivery. The heat you feel is not proof he did something to you. It is proof you accepted the package. And the package is always returnable. Every single one of them. You just have to stop signing. Here is the first rep, and it is physical, not philosophical. Someone provokes you. Instead of asking, "What do I say back?" ask a stranger's question. Do I want this? Because a provocation is an offer. That is all it is. A man extends his hand with something ugly in it and says, "Here, this is yours now. Take it." And you have been raised to believe you must take it, that not taking it is weakness, that a real man fires back, backwards. One who takes every offer is the one being run. Picture the message on your phone, the one designed to get a rise. You can feel your thumbs already moving, already building the perfect reply. the one that will finally make him understand. You draft it. You sharpen it. Your heart is up in your throat. Leave it unsent. Not forever, maybe, but leave it there, glowing, unsent, for 1 hour. Feel the pull of it, the almost unbearable itch to hit send, to get your hit back in, to even the score. That itch is the hook. That itch is exactly the thing he is fishing for. Every hour you leave the message unsent, you are the one holding the rod. Men who do this describe it like quitting a drug. The hand keeps reaching for the phone. The reply keeps writing itself. And then, around the 3rd hour, something goes quiet. The words that felt like they had to be said reveal themselves as words that never needed saying. The fire, unfed, simply goes out. And the man who was going to spend his evening at war spends it at peace instead, and cannot even remember why it felt so urgent. The offer was declined. The hand stayed open instead of closing into a fist. Nothing was taken, so nothing had to be carried. You decline an offer every day without a second thought. This is the same skill, aimed inward. Everything lives in the gap. That hairline crack of silence between what he does and what you do. Epictetus's whole teaching fits inside it. So does your freedom. Most men have no gap at all. Provocation and reaction are welded together. One motion, like a knead jerking under a hammer. He says the thing, you are already hot, already reaching, already becoming the version of yourself you will apologize for later. There is no room in there. No air. No you. The work is to pry that gap open, to put one breath between the strike and the swing. Just one. That single breath, the whole world changes shape, because in that breath, you remember it is an offer, not an order. That the jab is his, and the wound would be yours, and you get to choose whether the two ever meet. Start absurdly small. The driver who cuts you off. Before the horn, before the curse. One breath. Name it. That is his. The colleague's little dig in the meeting. For the flush of heat wins, one breath. That is his. You are not managing anger. You are building a room where anger has to knock before it enters. And the first few times, it will kick the door instead of knocking. Let it. A muscle you have never used shakes on its first rep. The shaking is not the failure. It is the muscle discovering it exists. At first, the gap is a fraction of a second, and you lose more than you win. The heat is faster than you. Fine. You are not trying to never feel it. You are training the pause the way you train a muscle. Badly at first, then less badly, then one morning without thinking. And here is what nobody warns you about. Pause feels like power because it is power. The first day you feel the heat rise and breathe and let a provocation fall untouched to the floor. You will feel taller, not because you won the exchange, because you were no longer available for it. The gap is the whole kingdom. Everything Epictetus owned, he owned in there. Now turn it around and look at him, the one who threw the 7 words. Watch what he actually wants. He did not say it to inform you. He said it to move you. The jab is a coin dropped into a machine, and he is standing there, waiting for the machine to light up and pay out. Your flush, your raised voice, your clever cutting reply, that reaction is the prize. That is what he came for. He is not fishing to feed himself. He is fishing to feel the tug on the line, because the tug means he has reach, means he matters, means he can touch you from over there. So watch what happens when the reaction never comes. he says the thing, and you look at him with something close to mild interest, and you do not flush, and you do not fire back, and you let a full second pass in which nothing is offered to him at all. And something crosses his face, a flicker. He does it again, harder, because the machine did not pay out, and he is sure he just needs another coin. Still nothing. And now, watch. Now he is the one leaning in, the one working, the one whose voice climbs half a step, the one who cannot let it go. Power did not move. It was revealed. It was always sitting in the reaction, and you were always the one holding it. And the moment you stopped spending it, he had nothing. If one idea here is worth carrying into the next hard room you walk into, let it be this one. Subscribe so the next one reaches you. He is not the one in control. He never was. He was only ever borrowing power you were handing him, one reaction after another. Stop the handout and watch a strong man turn to smoke. There is a man refreshing a screen right now, and it is not you. He sent the message an hour ago. The clever one. The barb dressed up as a joke, with the little laughing face on the end so he can claim he was only playing if you push back. He hit send and felt the small thrill of it, and then he set the phone down, and then he picked it up again. And again. Meet at 9:14. No reply. He is checking the way you used to check. He is the one carrying it now. You gave him nothing, and nothing is the one thing he cannot metabolize. A furious reply he could have used. He would have screenshotted it, shown a friend, said, "Look how unhinged this guy is," cast himself as the calm one. Your silence gives him no material. There is nothing to forward, nothing to build a story around. Just a message hanging in the air with his name on it and no answer, slowly curdling into something that embarrasses only him. By evening he will send a second one. Softer. Fishing. Just kidding, BTW. Or hey, you good. That second message is the confession. That second message is him admitting the first one was a bid for your attention, and the bid failed, and now he needs you to release him from the silence he built. Do not release him, not out of cruelty, out of accuracy. You simply have nothing to say to an offer you already declined. Let the second message sit beside the first, both unanswered, both his to carry. He built the whole exchange to land in you. He landed in him instead. This is the great inversion nobody tells young men. The one who reacts is the one being controlled. The one who stays quiet, unbothered, faintly amused, owns the entire exchange. He raged and you rested, and by morning it is clear to everyone, including him, who the small one was. He wanted a reaction. You handed him a mirror instead. Collect the reps. Build a body of them. Each one opens a loop in someone else and closes one in you. Leave the call without the last word. You know the moment. The argument is winding down, and there is one more thing. The perfect final line. The one that wins. The whole body wants to say it. Hang up before you do. Let the call end on his sentence, not yours. It will feel like losing. It is the opposite. The man who needs the last word is the man still fighting. The man who can hang up on his own silence has already left the ring. Let the question hang. Someone asks the loaded thing, "So are you still doing that little project of yours?" The one built to make you defend, explain, justify. Do not fill the silence. Say, "Good question," and let it sit there. Watch them squirm in the space where your scramble was supposed to be. You are not required to answer every door that knocks. Walk out of the room while you still have heat in you. Not slamming, just leaving. I need to step out, and gone. The reaction they were counting on, packed up and carried out the door with you, unspent. Read the comment and close the app. The stranger with the ugly opinion under your photo, he built that sentence to live rent-free in your skull for a week. Deny him the lease, read it, feel the flush, close the app, and go make food. The flush passes in 90 seconds if you refuse to feed it a reply. Every one of these is the same move wearing different clothes. Decline the offer. Keep your hand open. Leave the loop open in them, so it does not stay open in you. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming expensive. Your reaction used to be free. Now it is not for sale at all. You will fail this. And you need to hear that plainly, because the men who quit are the ones who thought one clean win meant they were done. Some evening you will be tired, or hungry, or already raw from a bad day, and someone will find the exact 7 words, and you will light up like the old machine before you remember you had a choice. The reply will be out of your mouth before the breath ever arrives. You will feel the heat win, and you will feel, underneath it, the small, sick drop of knowing you handed over the key again. That is not the plan failing. That is the plan. Nobody breaks the reflex in a week. You spent your whole life practicing the other thing. The instant flare, the fired-back word, the 6-day grudge. That groove is worn deep. You do not fill it in by deciding to. Fill it by cutting a new groove beside it, one breath after another, until one morning the new one runs deeper than the old. The measure is not whether you ever get hijacked again. The measure is how long you stay hijacked. It used to be 6 days. Then it is 1. Then it is an hour. Then it is the length of one breath in which you feel the old pull. Name it his, and set it down before it ever reaches the car. Watch the recovery, not the fall. The slip is human. The speed of the return is the whole discipline. A man who is furious for 4 seconds and then free is a free man. A man who is calm for 4 days and then furious for 6 is the one in chains. You are not trying to become a wall that feels nothing. You are trying to shorten the distance between the strike and the setting down. Distance is the only thing you are actually training. Here is the single turn that changes the shape of every hard room you will ever enter again. The man who tries to anger you is not your enemy. He is your examiner. Sit with that, because it inverts everything. You have spent your life seeing the provocateur as an attacker. Someone doing damage, someone to defend against, someone who takes something from you. He is not taking. He is testing. Every jab is a question. Is he still available? Can he still be moved from over here? Does the coin still work? And you get to answer. Not with words. With whether the machine lights up. The insult is a pop quiz on whether you own yourself yet. And the man throwing it is, without meaning to, the most honest teacher you have. He shows you precisely where you are still for sale. He finds the exact tender spot you thought you had healed, and presses it. And in your flush, you learn the truth. Not healed yet. Still tender, still his, if he wants it. Thank him, silently. Not out of some soft forgiveness, out of cold usefulness. He just showed you, for free, the last place you can still be captured. He drew you a map of your own remaining chains. The colleague who needles you is auditing your composure. The relative who knows the old wound is checking whether it still bleeds. The stranger online is a proctor for a test you did not know you were sitting. Pass the exam, and something strange happens. The examiner loses interest. There is no sport in a lock that will not turn. The men who used to reach for you, one after another, drift off to find someone the coin still works on. Not because you defeated them, because you stopped being a game. He is not here to hurt you. He is here to show you where you are not yet free. There is a day this stops being effort and becomes who you are. You will not notice it arrive. You only notice it later, looking back. There was the man you were, the one who could be undone by a look across a parking lot. The one who lost whole evenings to a sentence, who ran arguments in the shower with people who were fast asleep, who checked the screen for the reply the way a gambler checks a card. His peace was a public utility. Anyone could reach the valve. Any fool with good aim could turn his whole day dark and never know he did it. And then there was the day it turned. Not a dramatic day, a small one. Someone said the thing that always worked, in the tone that always worked, and you felt the old heat start to climb. Then you watched it climb from a step back, with something like curiosity. There it is, the reflex, still trying. And you did nothing. You let it rise and crest and fall, unfed, and you kept talking about the weather, and the man across from you searched your face for the reaction he had banked on and did not find it. That was the day the valve moved inside the wall. The day your peace stopped being public. It became yours. Locked, private, reachable only from the inside, by you, on purpose. After that day, the whole world gets quieter. Not because people stop throwing things. They never stop, but the throws stop landing. They arc toward you and pass through the space where your reaction used to stand and hit nothing and fall. And you watch them fall with the mild interest of a man watching rain from a dry porch. The man you were could be reached by anyone. The man you became can be reached by no one he does not invite in. Count what comes back to you. It is more than you think. The evenings first. All the evenings you used to hand to men who had forgotten you existed. The dinners you actually taste now because you are not relitigating a meeting under the table. The night that stays quiet because you did not carry a stranger's opinion to bed and argue with it in the dark. Whole hours return to your one short life, no longer paid out as interest on insults you never even owed. Add them up across a year and it is weeks of yourself handed back. Weeks you used to give away to men who never even noticed the gift. Then the steadiness. There is a particular calm in a man who cannot be cheaply moved, and everyone can feel it. It is not coldness. It is not the flat mask of a man suppressing a scream. It is the ease of someone who has quietly stopped selling his reactions, and so has nothing to protect, and so has nothing to defend, and so can stand in a hard room loose-shouldered and unhurried while other men clench. And under all of it, the thing Epictetus actually offered, which was never really about anger at all, self-possession, to belong to yourself, to know that whatever they take, your name in a room, your reputation, your place, your comfort, they cannot take the 1 square foot of ground you stand on because you have finally understood that it was never theirs to reach. The slave with the broken leg had this, and the emperor did not. That is the whole strange secret of it. The most powerful man alive could be ruined by a rumor, undone by a look, ruled by his own flares of temper, while a limping ex-slave with nothing walked around untouchable, because he had drawn the one border that actually holds. You can draw it too. It costs nothing and everything. Nothing, because it requires no money, no strength, no permission. Everything, because you have to give up the sweet, ugly pleasure of being owed. So go back to Tuesday. The 7 words. the sideways smile. He is still out there, and he will do it again, and so will the next one, and the one after that. The supply of small men with good aim never runs dry. You cannot change that. It was never on your side of the line. What you can change is the only thing that was ever yours to change. Whether any of it reaches you, he did not make you angry. He never could. He can arrange the air into insults all day long, and none of it becomes anger until you reach out, take it, and press it into your own chest. That reaching is the yes. That yes is the whole lever. And the yes is yours, to give or to keep. Keep it, not always. Not perfectly. You will hand it over again and take it back faster with every round. But know now in your body, and not just your head, that it was always a handout and never a robbery. Nobody has ever taken your peace. You have only ever spent it. Withdraw the consent and watch what happens to the men who counted on it. The provocation lands on nothing. The coin drops into a machine that has gone dark. The examiner finds the lock will not turn and wanders off to test someone easier, and you stand there, quiet, faintly amused, entirely your own. No one can anger you without your permission. Read it again, slower. No one, ever, without your permission. They have been waiting 2,000 years for you to understand the size of that sentence. It means the last real power over you was always an inside job. It means the door only ever locked from your side. Stop handing out the key. Nobody can force the lock, and nobody ever could.